Well. So what's going on, guys? Yeah, I know you ain't seen me in a minute. And honestly, I haven't done this in a minute. And it's been some multiple reasons as to why I haven't been doing this. But we are going to get back into this. So as you can see, of course, behind me, I got the MAGA country banner on. And you see exactly who's on my screen. Hasan Piker. Let's go ahead and look at Hasan Piker's worst moments in the spotlight.
These are the moments that went viral that convinced the Democrats to not be involved with Hasan Piker.
Number 10.
I do not have you for the upstairs.
Okay.
Can you see your tape?
I'm staff.
Okay. You're
So we can't go upstairs.
So they're on the list for upstairs?
I do not. But if you do you have this? I can also just chat.
Well, so I thought movement builders. Could upstairs. Okay.
Damn.
It's not coming from individuals. It's coming from providers. They're not tackling providers. They're not actually going after like false billing. They are trying to cut. Recipients. Okay. It is not happening at the point of. Recipients. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would Scott.
More times than.
No, you wouldn't. You dumbass. You know what you would do? You would stop spending money on Medicaid. If you care about Medicaid fraud, why do you keep throwing money at a system that is full of fraud and corruption? You ass crack. This is part of the reason why we don't want quote unquote free health care, because of fraud and corruption that comes at the heads of these health insurance companies. And y'all gonna turn around and support the ACA subsidies, which does nothing but throw more money at these insurance companies. And you think killing a CEO is going to get the job done? No. Stop spending money. Stop throwing money at a system that consists of fraud and corruption. That consists of fraud and corruption. I can sit there and I could tell you how to fix this type of problem in the first place, or how to reduce this problem. First and foremost, you need to fix your tax code. You need to reform your tax code. If you really want to do something about the inequality in income entirely, you need to restrict and cut down on some of your tax loopholes. That's A. 2, throwing money at a healthcare system that is full of fraud and corruption is not going to do anything but create more fraud and corruption. This is why you need to put the money back into the hands of the recipients so that they will have a choice. So that they will have a choice. And a choice in what type of healthcare they want to pay for. What Obama did was force everybody to get on Obamacare by basically penalizing people who were uninsured. By basically penalizing people who were uninsured. The Obamacare did not attack the very core things that free healthcare is supposed to do, like lowering drug prescription prices, It did not do that. Lowering the cost of premiums. It did not do any of that at all. It actually made it more expensive. It actually made it more expensive. When you turn around and you look at the documented facts of what the Obamacare did, it did not attack with the reduction in drug prescription prices. It did not lower the cost of premiums. It did not lower premium costs. It actually made it more expensive. And it basically penalized those who were previously uninsured. That's what it did. Let's keep going though.
Then every single one of you pasty little bitches in my chat, okay? Let's be real for a second, okay, Mr. Alabama? I've been called a float more than you. Why? Because I'm extremely online, okay? Times that every single one of you pasty little bitches in my chat, okay? Let's be real for a second, okay, Mr. Alabama? I've been called a float more than you. Why? Because I'm extremely online, okay? So shut the fuck up.
Now that's because you are extremely stupid. And you are extremely radical. That's why people turn around and label you ass crack.
Stop crying about this term, okay? Recognize that the person who's calling you is literally powerless, okay? Sorry, it's just the truth. A person calling you a is powerless. They're doing it as someone who's been historically oppressed, blowing off steam. Okay.
And they're still racist at the end of the day, because that same person would have a fit if a white person turned around and called them a nigger. It is still racist.
You can say that that's infantilizing or whatever, but that's truly the reality.
Okay.
Okay.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meat.
Are we censoring the word cracker?
Yeah.
Number seven.
White supremacy is so juvenile, it's infuriating.
It's because I am a white supremacist. I'm moving to the white supremacist town, okay? That's why I'm a white supremacist. I'm white. Okay, I'm white. I'm a white man. I'm a cisgender, heterosexual white man. You got me. You caught me. Okay, you caught me because I want these white enclaves to survive and exist so we can have sundown towns and finally restore the white caliphate. You fucking got me, dude. It starts with the implicit biases. It starts with the blind spots. Despite the fucking tens of thousands of hours poured over critically examining white supremacy and how it manifests in every orifice of American society. You, Chatter, you caught me! It was actually my privileged blind spot that you identified. And now the mask is slipping.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I can even crack jokes at the expense of a bunch of inbred white douchebags that decided to fucking try and build a failed white supremacist enclave in the middle of fucking nowhere where they're in self-exile without a bunch of chatters saying that I'm actually blinded by white supremacist values! How can I be okay?
All right. Yeah, so had to take care of something real quick, but we can get right back into the video. Let's do it.
I hate all of you. I hate the woke. I hate woke. I hate the left. I hate the woke.
Number
Get
6.
some workouts in, man. You eat more than Austin Peas. Dude, I'm literally. First of all, dude, never do this. Okay, never do this. Just never do that. Okay, fucking die if you're gonna do that. Okay. That's number one. Ridiculous. What a fucking way to start the day, boys. What a day to start. What a way to start the fucking day. Who the fuck do you think you are, bitch? Suck my fucking cock.
This is who y'all want to represent y'all? Huh? And I was told Nick Fuentes is racist and is on the same level as this guy? On the same level as this guy. This guy is a complete socialist and communist who supports the Democrat Party. Complete socialist and communist who supports the Democrat Party. But on the left, these fools like to talk about Nick Fuentes.
Okay, perish.
Number 5.
Successfully, we stopped.
Here we go. Oh, YouTube, we got an ad coming up.
Invading Ukraine.
Or maybe that was never gonna fucking happen. Like I said, it was never gonna fucking happen. I've never seen a group of individuals that will just relentlessly act like they want a fucking argument. It's like it doesn't matter. They'll be like tomorrow. There's a war tomorrow. There's a war tomorrow. And the tomorrow never comes. And when there's no war tomorrow, they're like, you're lying. Dude, it's gonna happen. What do you mean? How can you say this? NATO is the reason why it's fucking happening. NATO is the reason why they're doing it. And then Sam Sachs, Putin is a suicidal maniac who wants war, but stop because the U.S. says no, don't. I love that, dude. I love that. No, he's like this incredibly violent, bloodthirsty demon who wanted to wipe out Ukraine, and he was going to wipe out the rest of Europe. But he stopped because America said, no. That's how. That's why. And also, everyone that said Vladimir Putin is never going to invade Ukraine because a sustained campaign of invasion would be completely impossible for there's no economic interest there. It would be virtually impossible for them to have a fucking sustained ground invasion in Ukraine. That would be psychotic, even if the Western forces did not fucking actually help out. You guys are literally QAnon. I'm sorry, West Elm Caleb, you are literally a liberal QAnon Andy, okay? You are doing the exact same copium that motherfucking QAnon people do, okay? Lebanon, all the way, dude, Blue Anon. It's wild. They literally were just like, dude, they are going to seize the treasure trove of data at the heart of Kiev, and actually, like, right now, my sources are...
And this is where I honestly gonna have to say, okay, you know what? I agree with him. Nobody is scared of Putin. Putin is not that guy. Nobody is afraid of him. So I'm gonna have to, even though this guy's a prick, and this guy's an a-hole, and I don't like him, I'm gonna have to agree with him on this particular situation.
Are telling me Vladimir Putin has literally got a sniper rifle trained on every like Ukrainian leader, and he's waiting for the execution codes. Like, and then you kept saying that for months, and now that it's not happening, and I kept saying that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. What did everybody say? What the fuck did everybody say when I kept saying that's not going to happen? You're crazy. They kept saying you're fucking in the pocket of Vladimir Putin. You're so fucking wrong. It's definitely going to happen. It's happening already. You really are the left Rush. I was right. 100% right. Like I got fucking liberals schizo posting on the fucking timeline about an inevitable invasion. Okay, just actual fucking land war in Ukraine. All of this stuff. And I was 100% right. And now liberals who literally said no, Russia is going to do this. Russia is going to do this. Russia is the bloodthirsty psychos at the fucking door. What happened, dude? Now they're going to turn around and say, oh, it's because of NATO. It's because of NATO that they stopped. Yeah, you got it, dude. What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it.
Wait. Hold on. Now that I'm fully understanding what he's saying, I take that back. Because Russia most definitely, after Biden won the election, they most definitely tried to invade Ukraine. And they're still trying to do it to this day. So now that I clearly understand what he's talking about, now I have to turn around and I have to take that back. Now I clearly have to take that back. And so I should have listened a little bit more. Because now I understand what I understand what he's saying. They literally did attack Ukraine. And they tried to invade Ukraine. And the reason why they're not successful is because we are still helping them fight Russia to this day. So they did. They tried to invade Ukraine. So he's wrong about that. He was wrong about Ukraine and wrong about Russia. Now that I understand the full context, right? They did do that. They did do that.
Crimea River, a Russian river. Russia's historic access into the Black Sea, Crimea, that's like historically, fucking ethnically all Russian. That is totally fine with the annexation, according to Western fucking sources that conducted polls after the original referendum.
Number 4.
Come here. Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Stay.
Number 3.
A moment of anger. This is a moment of fucking anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly, such a first world problem. But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go back. Just stop. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Number 2.
What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? He got his fucking eye hole by a brave soldier?
Number 1.
He deserves 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're partnering
in a video game,
enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. And the other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening.
Like, we fucking totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We fucking did. In a video game, whatever, hypothetically, politically. We fucking did, man. We did. Holy shit.
With Hasan, the hard part is deciding which belongs at number 1. If you want more media chaos, political absurdity, and internet meltdowns like this one, subscribe to Media, and we'll catch you on the next video.
Yeah, and see, this is somebody who supports the Democrat Party. This is literally somebody who supports the Democrat Party.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, you just built an app.
Impossible.
You can't code.
Interesting. Can you generate reports?
It can now.
Nice.
This is literally somebody who supports the Democrat Party. Now let's look at James Tallarico. James Tallarico has Republicans terrified. James Tallarico has Republicans terrified. Terrified of what? What are we terrified of? A guy who said that Jesus Christ is non-binary and there are 6 genders? A guy who talked around and said he was going to run a vegan campaign? Who was going to turn around and encourage people that eating meat is immoral? Yeah, that's the guy who we are terrified of.
The smear campaign against James Tallarico has begun. So if you haven't been paying attention to what's going on in Texas, James Tallarico, a progressive Democrat, has a chance to be the first Democrat to win a statewide election in the state of Texas in my lifetime, since 1994. Now, Tallarico is a progressive Democrat.
And Beto O'Rourke. So did Beto O'Rourke. And how did that go for him? How did that go for him? Let's keep going.
Right. You know, he shares a lot of the same views as people like AOC, Zoran Mamdani, Bernie Sanders, but at the same time, he is also an outspoken and devout Christian. He's a Texan, born and raised in Round Rock, just north of Boston. So he has an appeal.
Oh, hell no. He from Round Rock? He from Round Rock? Round Rock, what are you doing? He from Round Rock, Tech? Round Rock, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Reaching a lot of Texans, and a lot of people are talking about how he has a real chance of being the Republican candidate in this midterm Senate election in Texas. Now that Republican candidate is Ken Paxton. He just won the Republican primary against John Cornyn. Now John Cornyn is more of a corporate Republican, kind of a party line guy, and Ken Paxton is more of the far right MAGA candidate. Now, he wanted a runoff against John Cornyn. It was close. But Paxton's also got a laundry list of problems in his life. You know, his ex-wife accused him of cheating. He's been brought up on corruption charges. He's just known to be kind of a slimy dude, right? And a lot of people are worried. A lot of conservatives are worried that James Tallarico is really going to win this election, and start this turning of the tides to make Texas more of a purple state, just being a traditionally deep red conservative state as it's kind of been for the last 30 years, right? Because if Texas becomes a swing state, it would have far more electoral votes on the line in like a presidential election than any of the current seven swing states, right? So let's see first what James Tallarico has to say about his opponent, Ken Paxton, right? Because Ken Paxton's been taking shots at him, calling him names. Really, the entire conservative media and party apparatus has been doing this towards Tallarico. So let's just watch this first interview.
Ken Paxton, your opponent, has taken calling you Tallafreak. Well, I think if Ken Paxton is worried about freaks, he should stop giving Epstein-style sweetheart deals to pedophiles. You know, this is the guy.
Coming right out of the gate saying it.
Who just released Adam Hoffman from jail and admitted child rapist after one of Ken Paxton's wealthy lawyer friends got involved in the case. Ken Paxton even kept him off the sex offender registry. Adam Hoffman was supposed to serve 25 years to life, but instead he served less than a month.
This is all true, by the way.
As of this week, he's now back on our streets because of Ken Paxton's corruption. Ken Paxton is the most corrupt politician in America, and it is costing Texans. It's endangering our children, and it must end. I think the Epstein class has no place in Texas, and this November, we're going to come together to defeat Ken Paxton and take back our state to the people.
Okay, so good. Whether or not this guy wins, look, he's if you look at like a Kalshi, the Kalshi odds or any odds makers, he's sitting at about a 45%, 42 to 47% likelihood of winning. Where Ken Paxton, his opponent, is sitting at somewhere in the mid, right? So if you were a betting man, you had even odds, you'd probably put your money on Paxton still. Of course, Texas currently is a red state, and even though Tallarico is very popular, he's still going to have somewhat of an uphill battle to win this election. However, what he just said in that interview, this is going to be the playbook, and this is why I think Republicans are toast in these midterms. I think they're going to get trounced by the Democrats, especially by these younger, more progressive type candidates like Talarico, because they have the playbook and they know the language they have to use to win these elections, and they know what buttons to push, and they know what loose threads to pull on to unravel their opponents, right? Because the Republican candidates.
And y'all seem to think that we don't have any young Republicans who know how to do the exact same thing, who knows how to talk, who practically went to school with all these young liberals and know how they think and know how they move, like me, myself, and I. But if I was running for a position or a seat, that would make a very, very clear difference. That would make a very, very huge difference. Because guess what? I know how to talk just like you guys. Know what you guys gonna say. I'm just about as young as you guys. I know all y'all are gonna sit there and not really add the context in the matter of whatever topic that you guys bring up. I know that you guys like to make sure that people are somewhat misinformed about the information that you have, because it doesn't do you any benefits and it doesn't help your narrative. But let's keep going.
We've seen this. They still need Trump's approval, his endorsements in a lot of cases to win these elections, right? As much as Trump seems to have waned in popularity over the course of the last year, he's still the top dog of the Republican Party. We just saw him primary Thomas Massie. We just saw he and the Israel lobbyists completely just dunk on Thomas Massie. I thought Thomas Massie was an extremely popular politician, especially in his state of Kentucky, but he lost the election, right? He got primaried out because Trump hates him. And that party, in the Republican Party, Trump's still the top. Having said that, these guys and all these Republican candidates, they're going to need, in many cases, Trump's endorsement and Trump's cosign and Trump's cosign. The playbook is to play ball with Trump, right? What does Trump do? He shoots from the hip. He speaks like a regular guy. He speaks like a regular guy. Ad hominem attacks. Nothing's off limits. He's going to go at your weak limits. He's going to bring up your weaknesses. He's going to bring up your biggest mistakes all the time, hammering away at that. We've seen that word for Trump. We've seen that word over the course of the last decade. Over the course of the last decade in America, they're going to do the same. People on the left are going to do the same. People on the left are going to do the same. And the Epstein thing is the perfect string to pull. It's the perfect Achilles heel.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And I'm going to tell you why it is not. Because let's take this all the way to 4 years ago when Biden was in office. Nobody gave a damn about the Epstein files but MAGA. Nobody called for the Epstein files to be released but MAGA. It was Donald Trump who arrested Jeffrey Epstein in 2019. It was Trump's DOJ who arrested Jeffrey Epstein in 2019. So, yeah, you can turn around and sit there and say that's going to be the Achilles heel for the Republican Party. No, it's not. It's not. It's really not. And that's literally because of what happened with Pam. And of course, that's literally has a lot to do with not only what happened with Pam Bondi and how they botched the doggone Epstein files, which we already knew that they was going to do in the first place. That's like the government telling on themselves. But we also remember the fact that, when Democrats were in power, the Epstein files wasn't even thought of. The Epstein files didn't even come to light in the first place. Didn't even come to light in the first place. And also, another thing that we realize, there's a lot of your party's friends who support Epstein and was friends with Epstein. So, to be honest with you, in my eyes, that's not going to be the Achilles heel of the Republican Party. You're not going to be able to run that. Because everybody is like conflicted on that. Completely conflicted on that. You got one side saying, making up stuff, talking about, oh, he got into this Iran war because he wanted to distract from the Epstein files, and he's in the Epstein files, even though we done already debunked that over 1,000 damn times. Even though we done already debunked that over 1,000 times.
For them to exploit, right? They're just going to go, you're a pedophile protector. You're part of the Epstein class. They're going to bring class warfare discussions into the mix, right? They're going to go, these people over here who I'm running against, they are Epstein class, elitist, satanic pedophile protectors. They have no right to be in our state. They have no place in our state, right? And I think that's going to work, dude. I really do. I think that...
No, it's not going to work, because guess what? Everybody's going to turn around and look at y'all and see the shit that y'all pushing and be like, oh, well, that's the opposite of Jesus Christ. So while you sitting over here calling people pedophiles, you also advocate for young kids at the age of 8 years old and young minors having their doggone private parts cut off, which is pretty much anti-Jesus Christ, which is pretty much the opposite of Jesus Christ, which is pretty much the opposite of Jesus Christ. So while you over here calling them satanic, but in the same breath, you gonna advocate for minors to get their penises cut off.
And we'll get into like things that James Talarico said in the past, right? Because I genuinely think that the Republican Party apparatus is truly scared of this guy and his potential. He's a good-looking guy. He speaks well. He's a Christian. He's a Texan born and raised, but he's also got this kind of populist, progressive ideology that he's running on. That when you poll people on it, on actually, that's not so much socialist, but if you poll people, by and large, they go, yeah, I want to get paid more. I want free healthcare. I want college to be cheaper for my kids. I want housing to be cheaper. I don't want LLCs to be able to buy real estate in my neighborhood. They really, like most people, agree with the economic part of progressive politics. So he's running on a populist platform, something like Talarico, and he's smart enough to talk shit. That's what you got to do in politics. You got to talk shit. You're an Epstein class pedophile protector, and you let this guy Adam Hoffman, who's a lawyer in Texas, who Ken Paxton did help out of jail. You let this guy off easy, and you made it so that he didn't even have to register as a sex offender, despite the fact that he's an admitted child rapist, which is what Talarico says here. Now, here's what the mainstream conservative media is saying about James Talarico. This is Jesse Waters on Fox News.
So see, now you hear that. I'm be honest with you. We Texans are not really afraid of James Talarico. I don't think the Epstein files is going to be the Achilles heels of the Republican Party, because you guys are literally the party of people who advocate for minors to get their penises cut off. So whatever you think you're going to be able to use against them, it's not pretty much going to work that much on people, because you can't sit here and turn around and say these people are pedophiles and they are satanic and they are unchristian like. Meanwhile, on this side, you advocate for 6 genders. Jesus is non-binary. And you also are the party of people that advocate for minors getting their penises cut off, and advocate for minors transitioning from a boy to a girl, and basically engaging in homosexuality when clearly even the Bible says that is an abomination and a sin. You can't sit here and claim that these people over here are satanic. Meanwhile, you advocate for doing the very exact same things that the Bible even claims to be satanic. So now, yeah, we don't know what this guy is talking about at all. But he thinks that, that is going to help the Democrat Party win the midterms. Dude, the midterms are getting closer and getting closer and getting closer, and you guys are polling at a negative 9% on the national stage. The National Democrat Party is polling at a negative 9% right now. At a negative 9% right now. Even CNN is fat checking y'all left and right, because y'all obviously seem to believe that y'all got some type of blue wave coming. Yeah, you may turn around and say, these people don't like Trump, but guess what? They hate y'all even more. So honestly, guys, I don't know what to think about this midterms. I'm optimistic about it. We haven't seen the results yet. We've been getting some pretty decent good news from the Republicans, but we have not seen the actual results, and so we still got to be optimistic, and we still got to be eager to get out there and do what we got to do. To get out there and do what we got to do. So with that being said and done, guys, like, comment, and subscribe at Black Diamond. Peace.